Sipped on a 30 pop. Sipping on that 30. 30. Girl, you tripping. I know you've been 30 sipping. Sipping on that 30 pop. Do 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 do. A ginger ale. 30. 30. Yo, stay focused. Stay focused. For all of you out there who are trying to say that LeBron James is leaving this year, he's not leaving this year. I'm just going to sip on a soda on that. LeBron ain't going nowhere. G-Shock. Not this year. And for all you people who are saying that LeBron is going to the Lakers just because he was watching LeVar Ball practice, I'm not necessarily going to say you're wrong. And I'm only saying that because, one, he has a house out there. Even though it's been vandalized, LeBron James still, he has a connection out there, and he is still pretty much the most dominant, prominent player right now. I'm going to tell you something else. LeBron James is a leader when it comes to him touching the court. And listen, even if he doesn't command the way people want him to, just his essence, his presence, listen, even when he's done playing ball, his presence is still going to make people play better. Now that's something that you're just born with, okay? It's gifted to you, all right? So him going anywhere near the Lakers is just plus, plus, plus all day. Him playing for the Lakers, for one, you're going to go to the playoffs. It's a good chance you'll go to the championship. They would have to seriously build around him because, as he made very clear, he needs that second and third man at least to make it to the championships. He needs that fourth man to win. He needs that outside game to be on point. He can handle the inside game all day, but he needs that center to really be focused. But he needs those two other players to shoot from the outside. He has to have that covered in order to win the big one. This is not just to go to the playoffs and win. He only needs two more good players for that. Maybe even one more. He can't run and gun like he used to. We're just not going to see that. We're not going to see him run and gun like he used to, but what we are going to see is him do a lot of power plays. And that's just going to be it. It's going to be nothing but muscle when he comes, down the court. He gets the ball. He's just going to just outmuscle people. He's going to Xavier McDaniels them. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He's strong enough to me. LeBron James is strong enough and smart enough to even get around somebody like Dwight Howard, who is a mountain of muscle. 6'11". He's not a small man. And he's not one of my favorite players by any stretch. But nonetheless, LeBron James can get around people like him with ease, which is hard to do because Dwight Howard's wingspan is just ridiculous. Yeah, he is a big person. LeBron can get right around him. So, are we speculating that LeBron is going to the Lakers? Yes, we are. Does it look like it will happen? I would say 50% chance, yes. And you know what? I'm even going to go 60%. I'm going to put that out there, Donald. I know you're going to have something to say about it. And I hope you do. Me and Don been talking it up. Don is an interesting person. Donald Gilbert. Donald is one of those people who likes to see something finish. He likes a beginning and he likes to see where an end can be, even if it's 30 years from now. He's like, where does it all end? If it doesn't end, I'm not putting any effort into it. Well, Donald, where does LeBron's career end? Does it end in LA? Does it end in New York? Does it end in Cleveland? Because he's 33, 34 years old, got what, maybe 6, 7 years left? People are trying to make him seem like he's going to be the best that there ever was. And they already have an argument for that. However, the whole 6 and 7 championship games won still hasn't happened. Okay? So I'm coming to you, Don. I want to watch one of your videos. I want to hear some of your speculation on what you think will happen. Because if LeBron James is going to be the greatest that ever done it, he's going to have to win 6 rings. And where's he at? 3 right now? 6, 7 years to go? You know what I'm saying? They resting him more. You know? I mean, just like, okay, let's dip into this. Let's dip into this. Kyrie Irving isn't happy, right? Now, Kyrie Irving, he's kind of like, I mean, he's kind of like a mystery to me right now. Because it's like, how are you getting all that money? I mean, yeah, you got shut out in the playoffs. Excuse me, in the finals. Fine, it happens. You know what I mean? You did all you could. Fine, it happens. Uh, your your you were not happy when LeBron James wasn't there. You thought you were superstar enough to do it on your own. Kyrie, I'm talking to you. You were not happy. Then you're like, okay, if LeBron wants to come back, let him come back. So you went from losing a losing season to not only a winning season, but to getting a ring. Boom, bam. Then you go to the championships again with him. Boom, bam. But you're still not happy. It's like you're getting all the money, you have a ring, you're at the top of your game. How can you not be happy? And see, that's disturbing to me because if I was LeBron, I would be like, what do I need to do to be on a team that wants to be a team and stay a team? Win, lose, or draw. What do I need to do to be on that team to get that congruency? That's what I'd be wondering if I was LeBron. I'd be like, you guys really? Come on. After I've done all this, all right, fine. I'm going to play this year out. What, I'm under a $23 million contract this year. I'm going to play it out. Then I'm going to go find some young, impressionable athletes who want to play. They don't have any complaints because they haven't been in the game long enough for a bunch of complaints that will like, they're not prima donnas. They don't have the complaints that will shut a team down. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole team just doesn't want to play with each other because of this one person. It's just they got rid of the troublemaker who was on the team, on LA's team. They got rid of him. They have Magic, who is pretty much a dynamite person. You know what I mean? Uh, they got rid of no, they didn't get rid of anybody. They got they got Lonzo Ball. They're gonna get another dynamite player, and that trifecta pretty much is already there. They got another player who's super on that team. But the trifecta is already there as soon as LeBron touches down in LA. It's already there. LeBron comes, he takes over, he tells them young upstarts exactly what he needs done. He looks at Magic Johnson and he's like, look, this is what I need. This is what should happen. This is how you go to to the championships in this day and age. I know what you did in yours. This is how it's done now. Boom, bam. And Magic could go, you know what? You take the wheel. What's going on? And Magic will go, you take the wheel, bro. Hey, Magic ain't gonna go, well, I'm Magic Johnson. He's gonna be like, take the wheel. Do your thing. Here's your money. Knock it out. Knock it out the park. He ain't gonna be, nah, LeBron, that ain't how we do it around here, bro. This is LA. He gonna look at LeBron and he's gonna be like, yes, sir, no, sir, 3 bags full. And you know what? They'll go and win a championship. They'll win it. They won't go there and just clown around. They'll win it. If it ain't this year, if it ain't next year, it'll be the year after. Now okay, if LeBron goes next year, I don't think they'll go and win the championship next year. I'm just not going there. I think they'll go and complete in the last round of the playoffs and maybe get knocked out in the last round. But do I think they'll win a championship with him there? Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. No doubt whatsoever. It'll probably be with him being there about 2 years with him there. Yeah, I think it'll happen. But when he goes there the first year, no. One, Lonzo Ball ain't ready for that. He's good, but he still needs work. His second year in the NBA, him going to championship, I just can't see that. I can't see it. So I just wanted to put that out there, as a conversation piece, because I know a lot of people are talking about it. LeBron James going to the Lakers. Is it possible? Absolutely. Is it probable? Absolutely. Is it foreseeable? Absolutely. Absolutely. And will there be some congruency once he gets there? You doggone Skippy, there will be. It will stick together like glue. All the prima donna-ness will go right out the window. Who's going to complain about what? I don't think they have an old player who's been in the game as long as he has on that team. I think it's a young team, and I think that's why they have a problem, because they're doing young things. You know what I'm saying? They're doing things to separate each other instead of to hold each other together. Well, that's over with. And once you throw out those players, you're left with a skeleton crew, and that's when you start building. And when you got somebody as dynamite as Lonzo Ball, you know what I'm saying? You just build around him. I mean, he's already got MVP for the Summer League. He's just got success written all over his face. I mean, and I'm not riding him. I'm just telling you, I'm just stating the facts. When it comes to his points, when it comes to what he's doing, it's just the facts. He's got success written all over him. So, yeah. I think LeBron James is definitely considering it. And for you Cleveland fans, I'm gonna tell you something else. I've been saying this for the last 2 years. If LeBron James leaves, goes to another team, I highly believe that he's going to end his career in Cleveland. I just do. I just don't see him ending his career somewhere else. Unless 2 things happen. 1, injury. And they're smart. They're resting him a lot now. They're doing it wrong, but they're resting him a lot. They should tell people that he's not going to be there. If they don't, you're going to disappoint a lot of fans. Your ticket sales are going to drop. So yeah, I truly believe that. Uh, so yeah, one injury, two his wife. You know what I'm saying? If his wife steps up and be like, you know what, you need to dial it back. You better believe damn well that that's exactly what he's gonna do. He ain't even gonna think about it because he has everything he wants. He has an empire. If the wife says, "Nah, you know, I think you're finished," I think that's gonna be it. I think it'll be an announcement and he'll retire. And his reason for retiring, he'll just come out and say it. My wife said that she wants me to be at home with the kids more, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm leaving. Boom, drop the mic and leave. And who's going to do what? However, if injuries and his lovely wife doesn't take him out the game, we're looking at 7 years, somewhere like that, 6 7 years. And I'm telling you now, Cleveland fans, LeBron James will come home. He will end his last year in Cleveland, and when he does it, he's either going to win his last championship games or they're going to be won for him. Okay, so he's going to get some NBA help for one. If you don't believe the NBA helps, my channel is the NBA is Fix. If you don't believe the NBA will help him, then you need to listen what some other players have been saying and watch some of the games, especially last season championship games. The referees will help. The NBA will help. So I believe the NBA will help him win his championship game. Now, when I say his championship game, I mean during his last year. If he needs that seventh win to put him over the top, that's what I'm saying. If they're going to position him to be the greatest, then the NBA will position him to be the greatest. That's just what I think. I think if he goes to, okay, so we have all this talk about Carmelo Anthony leaving, which I do not want Carmelo Anthony to leave. I want him to stay right where he's at. If you're going to build around him, build around him. But I want him to stay where he's at. But all this talk about Carmelo Anthony leaving it and then coming, to Cleveland. Not too excited about that. Not at all, because of the balance of the NBA. But let's just say for some stupid reason it does happen. And you're like, oh, damn it. And he does come to Cleveland. You better believe LeBron James, even if he goes to the Lakers, plays on the Lakers for 2 years, for another 2 year stint, gets another championship ring there. Because I think the second year he's on the Lakers, he would. If he goes to the Lakers, he get that championship. That would be number 4. He would still have to get 3 more to take it over the top. Okay? And that's 2 years in. You'd be looking at 5 years left to go. You know what I'm saying? So, within the next five years, he would still have to accomplish 3 more championships. You know what I'm saying? So he would have to replace Kyrie Irving, who's at the top of his game, who obviously doesn't want to be there. Who are you gonna get for that? You know what I'm saying? Like who you gonna get for that? You're talking about trading Kevin Love, for one reason or another. Okay, he's gone. Who are you gonna get to replace him? You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a team already in place for him on Cleveland when he gets back to Cleveland instead of building a team around him. He's not going to have the time for that. He's not going to have the knees for it. So you're up against the clock any way you look at it. That team will already have to be established. Even if you got a bunch of superstars, look, when you put a bunch of superstars together, you get a lot of egos. So when you get a lot of egos, you can lose the game easily. Look what happened when Michael Jordan and all those guys played on the Olympics and went over there and got their asses kicked by them European boys. Why? Because they was all trying to play individual ball. Me, I can do this. I can triple double. I can, They didn't care about that. Them boys put together a game and wiped them off the court. They didn't even know what hit them. So you're going to have a team that's already established, that already knows how LeBron plays and is fit for him. Now that's some foresight for you. LeBron James isn't playing anymore, but he isn't playing for you anymore, but he's coming back. So what you do is you fashion your team according to what he would want. And he's probably even telling you what he would want before he gets back. He's probably on LA in the second year telling you, or in his first year telling you, well, yeah, if you want to do this, you'd have to do that. If you want me to come back, you would have to have this, that, and the third. And then boom, all that set up, and then he's watching Cleveland while he's playing with the Lakers, and he's just like, yeah, we already know where I'm going. And what's really crazy, it's so fixed, what's really crazy is everybody else would already know what's getting ready to happen, because it would be so in your face. You would have all the players that LeBron said he wanted to play with, and they go to the playoffs. They not have bad on their own. So all they need is that one more push, and then boom, LeBron James touchdown back in Cleveland for the last, 2-3 years. Bam, it's over with. I'm just telling you guys, it can happen like that. It's your boy Tone 202, man. What up, Supreme? Out in New York, Queens, baby. I'm going to go ahead and sip on the soda, and you guys let me know what you think. Peace.